Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and to another episode in Kinlaig. I was originally planning to go back to Zelonka for this episode, but this pasture is still kind of bugging me, the situation we got going here. But I was thinking about it after the episode, and I think I just kind of made a mistake in assuming that this pasture would be ready this month. I think I just have to wait one more month. I haven't actually gone and done any testing or anything on it, but yeah, I think like the way the grass behaves, if you mow it one month, the next month it will start to grow back, but it's not actually ready to harvest, so you can't get any volume out of there. And I'm assuming that's why it still shows no volume in here. I think like next month it would be like the normal like 3 out of 4 growth state, or the first harvest ready state for grass. So I'm assuming hopefully next month is when we actually get the grass growing back, or like actually get a volume that we can register in here that the cows can actually eat. So yeah, I don't know why I was just kind of assuming that the pasture would work differently than like a normal grass field. But yeah, thinking about it a little bit more, I don't think it does. I think, yeah, I think we just have to wait one more month. So yeah, that's basically the plan. I just kind of want to make sure that this pasture is actually going to work. So we're going to kind of get through this month quickly and then move on. And hopefully at that point, we will actually have some meadow in here for cows to eat. So yeah, we don't actually have that much to do this month. We could technically just advance right through the month right now, I believe, because we don't really have anything we need to do. Our grass field isn't going to be ready to harvest again until next month. We have all of our own fields taken care of. We could do some more contracts and stuff, but we don't really need to. But the thing I think, or like the one thing I think we are going to do is sell our silage this month, because we do have the silage pit ready. I was thinking we could even sell this next month. Not really a huge deal when exactly we sell it, but yeah, I would just like to get a little bit more money in the bank just in case we get like some good items coming up in the sale or something like that. I actually did look, I forgot to look last time, but we did get a pretty good cultivator come up that I'm kind of tempted to buy. It's just because it's such a good deal right now, 69% off. So yeah, it would be a pretty big upgrade for us. The only problem is that it has a 400 horsepower requirement because it's not a shallow cultivator. Or no, that is a shallow cultivator, I guess. But yeah, it still has a 400 horsepower requirement, which is a little bit too much, because if we go over to our tractor here, this is the one we have. But we currently have the base engine for it, so it's only got 281 horsepower. And even if we upgrade it to the maximum power engine, that would still leave us short at 359 horsepower. So yeah, it's very tempting to try to get this. I think we could get it fairly easily with some contracts and selling our silage. But yeah, I think it would just be a little bit too tough for us to run right now. It is pretty good working with. I think we could technically pull it with our tractor, but it would probably just be really slow going. So I don't know if it would actually be any faster than using a smaller one at a higher speed. So yeah, I think we are going to hold off on that, as tempting as that sale is. I do love to get a deal, but yeah, for anything else that comes up in the future, I think it'd be nice to have a little bit more money in the bank. Oh, and actually, speaking of which, I forgot to accept our contract from last episode, or collect it anyway. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So that should give us an extra 9 grand in there. So we're up to 20 grand now. So not doing too bad, but still not nearly enough money to kind of buy anything that we want to buy. I think the number one priority, I think, is almost going to be getting a sawmill established over here, because we do have a lot of trees we could cut down and start processing. So I would like to throw one of those in here somewhere. But yeah, I think we can get a decent amount of money from our silage pit here. So I think we are going to go ahead and open it up. And yeah, I think we can kind of start scooping things out. So we are going to use the New Holland. We'll put that cultivator away and hook it up to the trailer over there. And we'll just get this parked in here somewhere. And then, yeah, use the JCB with the loader arms and the bucket, and we'll just have to scoop it in one scoop at a time for now, and try and sell it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We might not bother to sell the whole thing if it is really taking a long time. I've never tried to do, or never tried to sell like a whole batch of silage using that method. Previously, I would always try to use the forage wagon to pick it back up and sell it that way. But yeah, I think just because this one isn't a drive-through bunker, that way is just going to be too difficult. I don't think it would even be possible to kind of get into the corners and everything with the forage wagon. So yeah, I think we are going to have to scoop it. So we'll see how long it takes. If it's taking too long, we can always leave some of it to sell next month, or if we need it, because there's no real rush on it. But yeah, I think we'll get that done this month. And then depending on how long that takes, we might do like another cultivator contract or something like that. But We'll see how it goes, but yeah, we are basically going to be ready to move on to next month and double check and make sure our pasture is growing in. And then, yeah, I think the only thing we have to do next month really is harvest our grass. So as long as our pasture does grow back, I think we'll have enough to feed our cows between the pasture and all the hay that we already have from the last harvest. So I think that next harvest is probably going to go all into this bunker right here as well. So yeah, anyway, I guess I will just get this stuff switched over and start loading it up. So we will get this tractor fired up, and yeah, I think maybe we'll just throw this cultivator back in the barn. I could probably leave it out because we're probably going to be doing some more cultivating contracts here soon, but I guess for now we can start trying to put things away because we're kind of winding down for the season. Although, yeah, this cultivator is probably something that's might get used all year because I think most months usually have cultivating contracts coming up. So yeah, we can... Oh, I have to unfold it to detach it? Really? Okay. That's interesting. That's going to take up more room in here than I thought. Kind of annoying that you have to... Oh, it still says unfolded? It's unfolded. What do you want? Oh. Why... I don't know why it still said it that first time. I didn't do anything different there. Just push the button again. But anyway, we got it unattached there. We're probably going to have to find a better place to store that if it's going to take up that much room. I was thinking we'd be able to leave it detached there, but apparently not. Oh, misjudged that one a little bit. But yeah, we'll just get hooked up to this trailer and spin this around. Try and park it somewhere that it's going to be easy to load. Hopefully, I haven't even double checked him. Hoping that that tractor... the arms are actually long enough to load into this thing. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't look that high, so pretty sure we should be fine. But I guess we will find out. So, just going to try to park this, yeah, probably somewhere in here at a bit of an angle so we don't have to change, or we have to change direction with the loader as little as possible. So, maybe somewhere there will work for now. So we can... turn that off for now, and yeah, we'll go over here. I guess we'll switch the weight out to the back to give us a little bit of counterweight while we're loading there, make things a little bit more stable. Oh, my all-wheel steering got turned off again. It's kind of annoying. Every time it updates, it defaults it back to the normal steering, which is kind of just annoying. Oh, and now they changed the order of how it cycles. The first thing cycles to crab steering instead of all-wheel. Okay, well, that's kind of weird too. But that's all right. Not really a big deal. Once I get it on crab steering, you pretty much just leave it that way because, yeah, this thing is not very maneuverable at all without the crab steering on. So it's pretty much a requirement to do anything. So, yeah, we'll just get this weight on the back. Baby hooked up. And yeah, then we'll get those arms on and drop the forks off. Get the bucket on. Pretty tight fit in here. Yeah, we can get that on. And I guess we can just drop the forks for right here for now. And spin around and grab our bucket, and yeah, hopefully this goes relatively smoothly. I'm still expecting it to take a while no matter what, just because this bucket does not carry a whole lot. That's going to take a lot of scoops, but hopefully it's not too bad. I'm sure I'm going to be annoyed by the camera flipping around inside this building as usual, but that's alright, we can work around it. So we'll get one scoop out of there. And oh yeah, it looks like we have plenty of height to be able to dump in there. We'll just get that unloaded, and yeah, now we just have to do that like 113 more times to get this thing cleaned out. So yeah, hopefully it goes smoothly. Hopefully we don't have too many issues with like the bucket getting stuck in the ground. Like I remember that was a bit of an issue on our last silage pit, but hopefully that's not a huge deal here. So yeah, I guess I will just go ahead and try to get this thing emptied out. Actually, I should probably double check to see where we're actually going to be selling this stuff. So if we look at all of our silage locations here, it looks like this place is actually our closest. It's probably going to be between logistics center west or feeding grain south. So let's see where those are on the map. Okay, so that south location is just down here where we sold our hay last time and where we picked up our lime from that silo there. So that's not too bad to get to. I do know how to get to that one already. And then the logistics center west would be, oh, right here. So we just scoot down this road and go over there. That one might be a little bit closer. Might be a little bit easier to get to this one. So yeah, I guess let's try selling at that place. Are they similar prices? Okay, the west is actually a better price as well. So yeah, I think we'll go with that one. So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of go for a while until we either get it done or I just get sick of loading. So hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I'll just get to work here. Okay, well, we got that done. Or, well, not done, but it's taken a little while, so that's about as far as I want to go right now. We got 3 loads sold, though, so we got a little bit more money in the bank. I think it was a little bit over half because that thing holds almost 20,000 liters each. So we're down to 15,000. So yeah, we got a little bit more than half out of there. It actually wasn't too bad. That went pretty smoothly. Didn't get our bucket caught in the ground at all. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with that. So with how smoothly that went, I'm thinking that kind of lowers the priority on the conveyor belts a little bit, at least for now. It does take a while doing it this way, but it actually wasn't too bad, and I actually don't mind using the loaders. So it was actually kind of less frustrating than loading pallets most of the time, because yeah, it's just a little bit easier to unload, and you don't have to deal with like pallets drifting around on you everywhere. So yeah, I think we will definitely still get like a conveyor belt or something to make it a little bit easier in the future, especially since if I remember right, we only did like half of that field as silage last time. So if we do the next one and it's like twice the volume, yeah, that could be quite a bit of loading with that thing. Although if we had like a telehandler with the bigger bucket, because I think the telehandler bucket is like 2.5 times the size of this one. So, I mean, if we had a 2,500 liter bucket, we would pretty much be done that already with just that same amount of loading. Plus the telehandler is like a little bit smoother with like the automatic or like the CVT transmission and stuff. It switches direction a little bit faster and stuff like that. So yeah, that could make it even easier as well. Plus a telehandler would be pretty handy to have for a lot of stuff. So I don't know. They are pretty expensive though. We're a little ways away from being able to afford one, but if one came up on sale, I would probably jump on that if possible. But yeah, for now, like I don't think we really need to do anything else. So just want to come over here and double check on the sheep again. Just make sure that they're going to be fine overnight. And yeah, it looks like they still have lots of hay here, and they don't eat a ton. There's not a ton of them in there. So I think that's going to be fine. And then, yeah, I think, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Like the only thing I'm thinking is maybe we do like another cultivating contract or two this month, just to get them out of the way. That is relatively easy money. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of just want to make sure that our pasture is going to be actually growing back. So I kind of just want to get to the next month, just to kind of see. Yeah, because that it's going to kind of make a difference in like what we do moving forward. If it's completely broken and we have to like rebuild this whole pasture or put a barn in or something like that, or if it's just working, then we don't have to worry about it and we can kind of focus on other things. But yeah, that is kind of waiting on that to see what happens, just to kind of see what I want to do next, because that's going to kind of inform what our next steps are going to be. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep an eye on these guys and kind of fast forward for a while, make sure that they're going to have enough food and water in here to get through the night without running out. And then, yeah, I think we are basically just going to go to November. I will keep an eye on the contracts as I'm fast forwarding as well. And if anything really good and tempting comes up, I might do it. But yeah, we don't have a ton up right now. We do have a couple decent cultivating contracts that we could do, but yeah, like I said, I'm just really anxious to kind of see what is going on with this pasture. And yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. I mean, we could do this deadwood contract, but for 900 bucks, I'm not too worried about it right now. Fertilizing ones are trying to avoid, and we don't have any of these harvesters to do any of this stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to start fast forwarding here and probably see you in November if everything goes smoothly. Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to November, and we have good news. We finally have meadow. Yeah, as the month rolled over at midnight there, it finally registered that there is meadow in there. So yeah, I think that was just my mistake. I just had to wait one more month for it to start growing again after the cutting there. So yeah, I think we are back in business now. And it is quite a bit of meadow too. It's 48,000 liters in there, so that's pretty good. I was kind of paying attention to their food, and they only eat like 90 liters per month, or at least that's what they were eating in the hay. So this much meadow is going to last these guys a long time, not including all of these bales that we still have over here as well. So yeah, I think we are pretty set up for food for these guys as well. I do want to get some more cows here pretty soon, but I think we're just going to leave it for now. And a few of you have mentioned that I should just kind of cheat some new cattle back in, since it was kind of a bug that caused us to lose them in the first place because we didn't have any meadow when we should have. But I don't know. I still, like, I did check this thing and I knew that we didn't have any meadow, and I still just made the decision to not give them food because I assumed it would be fine and that we would either get meadow or that it would just take longer for them to die without food. I didn't realize that it was going to be immediately, but I don't know. I think that was still at least a little bit on me, because I did look at it and see that there was zero meadow in here, so I should have just got a bale or two and threw it in there off the beginning, and that would have saved the whole thing. So yeah, I mean, I could just add the more cows in to replace the ones that we lost because of the bug, but yeah, I gotta accept at least some responsibility for that myself, for just not giving them food when I knew they didn't have any, even if it was a bug. So yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it for now. I'm probably gonna try to buy a few more cows just to up our population there a little bit, because it's gonna take a long time to restock them if we just have to rely purely on breeding. So yeah, we probably will buy a few more, but I don't think I'm just gonna cheat any more in there. But yeah, I think our grass field should be ready to go. If we just check, where's there? Yeah, ready to harvest. Okay, that is ready to harvest as well. It's also saying that the oilseed radish is ready to harvest, but I don't think we really have to do anything with that until we actually go, like before we're about to plant. We can just kind of plow it in, because I do believe it has to be in the ground in January or February. I can't remember now, but one of those months it has to be in the ground for you to get that subsidy. So we're just going to leave that field for now. Oh, and speaking of the subsidies, I forgot to mention it before, but when I was selling that silage, I noticed that we were getting like the environmental score bonus on each load of silage that we sold as well. It was only like 260 some dollars, so not like a ton of money, but it is like a nice little bonus to get. But I was just kind of curious if any of you guys who use precision farming a lot know the answer. Is that bonus calculated per field? Like, is it specific to the field that crop came off of that gives you that bonus, or is it based off of your like total environmental score, or like the overall score there? I'm just not really sure what it's based off of. Not that it really matters, but I just kind of was curious how they figure that out. So if any of you guys know that, please let me know. But yeah, I think we are going to go ahead and start on our grass harvest there. And yeah, like I said, we have lots of food for those cows. So I think we're just going to turn all of that into silage so that we can sell it, because that is going to be a pretty good income source for us. And I was checking the sales. Nothing new has come up. I didn't talk about this tractor before, but I'm not really interested in this guy. It's just a little bit too small. Even if we were to put the biggest engine in there, it's still only 117 horsepower, which I think is worse than our JCB. So yeah, we don't really have a need of another tiny tractor like that. I'd rather save our money for something a little bit bigger. And yeah, that cultivator is still there. It's still tempting, but I think we're just going to have to make do with what we have, because it's going to be quite a while before we would be able to buy a bigger tractor, or a tractor that'd be big enough to run that thing easily. So yeah, I think we're just going to leave it for now. But I think we are going to do a few contracts, or well, I'm not going to do them, but I think I'm going to get a worker going on some. So we do have a few that we could do this month. So we are probably going to do quite a few, because yeah, it is a pretty good source of income. So we do have 3 cultivating contracts up, and then these mowing contracts as well that we could do. That's probably all we'll bother with. I just want to double check all of these harvesting contracts. And yeah, it's looking like none of these we can really do. There is a couple sunflower ones, but we don't have a sunflower header, even though we do have a combine. So yeah, I think we're just going to stick with the cultivating and the mowing for now, because those ones are pretty easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and accept, well, I'll accept 2 for now. I don't know if we're going to have time to do all of them for now, but we'll do that anyway. And yeah, I'm going to get this tractor hooked up to the cultivator, and then I think I'm just going to send a worker to start on those contracts while I go ahead and start mowing our field there. So get back in here and get hooked up to our cultivator. Okay, so we'll probably have to fold it again just to get it out of the door. Still kind of annoyed that it makes you unfold it to detach it, but that's okay. Not really a big deal at the end of the day. So I think we'll pull our worker out to here just to give him the best chance of being able to get there. And then if we go to our map, where are those contracts? So well, this one's pretty far away. I think we'll start on that one. So go back and select our worker here, create job for field work, and select this field, start job. And usually takes a second to get going. I don't know if he's like trying to calculate his route or what, but yeah, it takes a minute usually. And then he's gonna drive like crazy going down this road, weaving back and forth. Oh no, he's kind of, well, oh no, I spoke too soon. Yeah, something weird with the road there. He doesn't quite know where to go, but they seem to figure it out eventually, so that should be fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna hop into the JCB there and head up to our field and start harvesting there. I think it was ready to go, right? I'm pretty sure it should be ready to go this month. I was just thinking there for a second. I couldn't remember if it was on the the third growth stage or the fourth, but I'm pretty sure it's on the fourth growth stage right now. Okay, we're at our field and double check. Yeah, it looks like ready to harvest, 4 out of 4. So yeah, we should be good. We should end up with quite a bit of silage out of this one because yeah, like I said, I think we only did about half the field of silage last time. So we'll just hop back in the tractor here and yeah, because it is just going to silage, we don't have to worry about tedding it or raking it or anything. We'll just mow it down and then we'll jump into we'll go hook up to the forage wagon and just pick it up and dump it into that silage pit. And we should be good to go. We'll just get this mower fired up and lower it down. I'll cut around the edges a little bit more because we do have kind of some meadow grass outside of this field as well. So we can try to get as much as possible, I guess, and improve our grass yield there. The stuff on the edge isn't worth a whole lot, I don't think, but it's right there anyway. It's not that much harder to cut a little bit outside, so... Oh, what? Wrong season. Yeah, our worker just stopped here. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, is it not gonna... I wonder if it's because it thinks it's a cedar. But it's not like it... You can just use it to cultivate. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I think we might be hooped because it says like it's calling it a cultivator, but there's also the option to turn on the cultivator. And then yeah, it says this crop could not be planted. So I think unfortunately the worker is like treating it like a cedar and can't just treat it as a cultivator for some reason. There doesn't seem to be kind of any option. I mean, I don't think, like if I deactivate the automatic seed rate, I don't think that's going to make a difference. No. Well, that kind of sucks. I mean, I guess the other thing we could technically do is probably go to the store and like remove the cedar option. Because I think like once we buy it once, it should, it kind of should be there. So I think we could switch it back and forth for free. But that is kind of a pain. But I mean, we aren't going to need that cedar again for a long time. Well, damn. Maybe I will do that though. Where is the store from here? Okay, the store is pretty close. I'm going to whip over there and see if I can take it off because yeah, we aren't really going to need the cedar again until next spring. So we could remove the cedar part of it for now. And then hopefully the worker will just treat it as a cultivator because yeah, I would like to get a worker to be able to do some of these cultivating jobs for me over the winter. While I'm busy doing other stuff, like I'm probably still going to do most of them myself, but I would like the option at least to have a worker do it if possible. So we'll go and check. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll check that too, that we are going to be able to kind of remove it and put it back under the same, or without having to pay for it every time. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works, and I'm pretty sure I went the wrong way. I sure did. Okay, we'll just turn around here and I'll head down to the store. See you there. Okay, so we are down at the store here. So we're gonna pop into here and then if we go to customize, yeah, like it's $0 to remove it. So I think if we do that, okay, configuration changed. So now the real test is if we go back in there. Okay, yeah, we can put it back on for free. So I don't really want to be switching it back and forth all the time, but yeah, for the winter, I think we are going to be fine just leaving it off there because we aren't going to need to use the cedar portion of it again for a while. So we'll hook back up to this and now we will try that again. We will create a fieldwork job for the same fields and say start job, and hopefully that actually works this time. Kind of annoying that he can't just figure out that it's a cultivator and not a seeder when there's no seed tank attached, but these workers have never been that smart, so I don't know what I expected, but yeah, I think that should be good to go now, so we'll get back here and continue on with our mowing. Okay, well, we got our grass mowing done. Field's all mowed up. That should be a pretty good amount of silage there for us. Our worker is at 78%, so he's actually doing pretty good on that field. I think I'm just going to leave him to it. I'm going to switch out our mower here and hook up to our forage wagon there. So we can just drop this off here. And I couldn't decide if I wanted my lights on or off there. It was getting a little bit bright to have them on, but then it was also, like in some of those shadows, it was just still really tough to see anything. It is kind of a tough field because it is surrounded by trees there, so you get kind of the sun shining through, but then also some pretty deep shadows there. But oh yeah, I guess I gotta take this weight off first. I forgot about that. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know why it lets me even connect to this thing, because it yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really connect properly. It just wants to kind of push it out of the way. But I think we will move that weight onto the front now. Hopefully make this a little bit more stable. Yeah, we'll get hooked up to this forage wagon and we'll just pull all of that silage into the pit there, get it unloaded. Hopefully it brightens up a little bit. I did increase our time, or like sped up time a little bit, just to hopefully get the sun up. I know it is kind of that time of year as well, where it's like kind of dark. Sun is pretty low on the horizon, so even in the peak of the day, you're not really getting full overhead sun. So we're always going to have to kind of deal with some shadows in this field, or at least kind of in the winter months. In the summer it should be better, but yeah, once that worker finishes on that field, I will probably just move him over to that other one we've got selected there, and then if he finishes that one before I finish this field, I will probably accept that third cultivating contract and move him over to that one as well. So yeah, I think we are basically good to go here. Just going to get this forage wagon fired up. And yeah, we can lower that header down. We should be good to go. Hopefully we can fit all of this into that bunker. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to. It still seemed pretty empty after doing that last one. We do have quite a bit more grass to do this time, but it should still be... I should still have plenty of room in there. Those bunkers seem like they're pretty big, and I'm definitely this time not going to stack it up quite so high against the back there. I think we can spread it out a little bit more. Just to kind of make it a little bit easier to kind of get in and out of there and load it up next time. Although it ended up working out not too bad that last time. I think the biggest thing was that it was just kind of difficult to compact because it was so close to the wall. Or so close to the back there. Really had to drive up there to get it to compact properly. The last little bits anyway, so... yeah, hopefully we'll spread it out a little bit more this time and it'll be slightly easier to compact. I might try to do it a little bit as I'm going as well, instead of waiting till the very end to try and compact anything. Might be a little bit easier if we do it in stages, but... I'm just remembering that there is a possibility to add silage additive to this wagon. Assuming that they actually fixed it. Since the Rags to Riches series started, because this is the wagon that I started with, and initially you could add the silage additive option to it, but it just wasn't working. And it was just like a line was missing from the XML. So in the other series, I just went in and added it myself. So it should be... Actually, I guess it was just the file. I don't think I made a special file for it. So this one should just be fixed anyway. So yeah, it should be fine. So I'm thinking... It almost might be worth it. Like, I think it's like $5,000 to add the silage additive thing. Plus we have to buy the silage additive itself. Or no, I think it's $5,000 total maybe. I can't remember now. I looked into it a while ago, but you have to buy the additive tank for the forage harvester itself, and then, or I guess it's not a forage harvester, a forage wagon. But yeah, you buy the tank, and then you have to buy like the consumable silage additive stuff to put in it. And I think in total, I think it was $5,000. So. Oh, and our wagon is full. Not really paying attention to what I'm doing here. Is it worth it to go get that silage additive? We could drive down to the store and add that on, and then it gives you like a 5% boost, which, I mean, is pretty significant. It would definitely add up at the end of the day. We have a little bit extra. I guess it just kind of depends, like, how long we want to keep this wagon. Because if we try to upgrade to a bigger one before too long, like, might not be worth it to do that upgrade on this one. Although I think, like, it does make it worth a little bit more. Like you do get some of that money back, I think, if you go to sell it again. So I'm kind of undecided, but I'm kind of thinking maybe we should. But we'll just get this silage unloaded here, or this grass. It's not silage yet, but yeah, we'll get this unloaded. And yeah, I'm going to spread it out a little bit more. Last time I kind of just piled it up as much as I could into the back corner, which I don't really think we need to do this time. Although I should probably do a little bit better job than that, because now that is going to make it more difficult to actually get into the back part. But I might just try to drive over it a little bit more as we're going, because that should help kind of compact it a little bit more. But yeah, I think I am going to run down to the store. Let's just get that silage additive. We do have a little bit more money in the bank, plus we have more coming in with these contracts. So yeah, I think it's going to be worth it. I'll see you at the store. Okay, we made it down to the store, and actually I just noticed that the worker finished their first cultivating job, so I think we're going to get them started on the next one. What field was he in? Oh, there he is, down there. So we'll start a new job for him. Field work in this field, and hit start, and yeah, hopefully he's going to figure that out. And then yeah, we will just go over to here, and we're going to customize this wagon right here. And yeah, I think we're just going to add the silage additives tanks. That's $2,000. Let's add that. We have that now, and then we also need to go into the store and select our actually I don't know where exactly that is now that I think about it. Okay, yeah, here we go. Forage harvester consumables. So yeah, it's $3,000 for this pallet of stuff. I wish you could buy it in like smaller chunks of this, because I think we bought like one of these in the last series and we never actually used like the entire thing. So yeah, I think one of these for now is going to be just fine. Buy that. So yeah, it was about $5,000 total for that. But I think we are going to make that money back. And I guess like the biggest chunk of that is the silage additive itself, and we will be able to use that with any forage harvester that we get later on. So even if we do decide to upgrade this one before too long, at least that silage additive won't be wasted. So it's really just like the $2,000. But I mean, even if we get just a couple of harvests with this thing, it should pay itself off. That extra $2,000, because we are going to get an extra 5% bonus on all of our future silage harvests, at least any that we use with this thing. So yeah, I guess I will just head back to the farm and continue on getting all of that grass put into the silage bunker there. Okay, well, we got all of that grass put in here. Yeah, that's pretty full now. It was even more than I was kind of expecting, even though I knew it was going to be more, but yeah, it's ended up with quite a bit there. So we have 184,000 liters of chaff in here. That's pretty good. Quite a bit more than last time. So yeah, should be some pretty good income for us. It was pretty good timing with those contracts as well. That worker finished up with that last one just about the same time that I finished with that field. He was just slightly ahead, and oh, he's almost here. I got him, got the worker to bring the tractor back to the field as well, or back to the yard, I mean, and yeah, he's just about to arrive. So yeah, he is back here. I think we're going to use that tractor to compact the silage bunker. I did still kind of pile it up a little bit in the back there, just because I wasn't quite sure how full it was going to be. So I didn't want to kind of put it too far out and then kind of ruin my ability to get back in there. It's definitely not very smooth, but that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It will fix it a little bit as we compact it, because I can see it's only 7% compacted right now, so that will get squished in a little bit. We might have to throw the bucket back on and kind of push some of this stuff back in a little bit, because I don't think that's going to be included, that stuff that's past the end of the pit there, but that should be fine. I'm not going to worry about it just now. I think we're going to wrap this episode up here, because I have been going for a little while here, so yeah, I'm kind of out of time, so I'm just going to shut this tractor off here. But yeah, now that this other tractor is back, I'm going to drop the cultivator off, and I'm going to use that one to compact it, because I feel like the heavier tractors are more efficient at compacting it. So yeah, we'll get all this packed down at the very beginning of the next episode there, and then we can get it tarped and start it fermenting. So it should be another pretty good chunk of income for us coming in, especially if we sell the rest of this at the same time. We should be doing pretty good at that point. And I think the next thing we are going to focus on is getting some kind of a sawmill, probably just that small one to start, just to get us going. But I'm not quite sure where I want to put it yet, so I'm going to think about that a little bit more, probably somewhere out in this area, because we do have a lot of these trees. Like a lot of these ones back here are ours, and I don't really want to like clear cut the whole forest here. It is nice having trees around. We'll probably use like some deadwood contracts or something to supplement it, but that is going to require at least some kind of a trailer and loader type thing. So yeah, for now, I think we'll probably start off with just starting to harvest some of our trees around our own land here, and get a sawmill somewhere over here so we can start producing some lumber to get that castle production going. So yeah, I'm going to think about that a little bit more, figure out exactly where I want to place it and everything, and then yeah, we should be good to go there. And we'll get our silage done. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that our pasture is growing now. So yeah, that's one less thing to worry about. And we are pretty much good to go for the winter. Having that sawmill set up will actually give us some more tasks to do over the winter, give us something to do there. Because yeah, once this month is done, we're not going to have that much to do over the winter, other than just kind of taking care of our animals and kind of doing what contracts we can. But it was an interesting way to leave that thing parked. What is going on here? What's going on with the fenders there? Did you crash there, bud? That's interesting. I swear, like I had seen other people post weird things with the axles of this tractor. That they were kind of glitchy. But I had never experienced any issues with it. But I swear in the patch notes for the last update, they said that they fixed that. But apparently not, because that looks pretty broken. The axles aren't really even attached to the wheels, and the fenders are clipping through everything. So whatever fix they did there apparently made it even worse, because yeah, I had never experienced that issue before. But now that is pretty bad. So yeah, I guess that's another sign we should probably wrap it up here. I will reload the game, and hopefully that fixes it for next time. But I guess the last thing we will do here is go in and just finish collecting these contracts, so we can get that little bit of money into the bank again. So yeah, we're up to 50 grand, and yeah, we still have quite a bit of money in silage that's going to be coming in over the next little bit. So I'm pretty happy with where we're at now, and those cows should be pretty good to last over the winter. And yeah, I think we have a little bit extra cash now. I think I'm gonna probably buy a few more cows, as well as maybe a few more sheep, get our pens stocked up a little bit more, maybe get our wool production ramped up a little bit more if we can get a few more adult sheep in here. Although this barn isn't huge, so it's probably never going to be a crazy amount of production, but we can at least get it a little bit better than it is right now, because yeah, we're definitely not producing very much. So Yeah, anyway, I will stop rambling here and wrap this one up, but thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you again soon in the next one.